fire under his feet.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to CNA Weekend Recap. Ken, Josh, Justin coming to you always from the Geek Cave. First thing we want to talk about tonight is the premiere that we said we were going to watch last week, and we did as soon as the show was over. We got it turned on, and that, of course, is HBO Max's The Last of Us.
Yeah.
And as far as pilot episodes go, this is how you do it.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, you can't get much better than this, honestly.
So real, man. That's the thing about it. It was like so realistic. The camera angles. It was
just from the very start. They go back into like the 60s, and you've got these doctors on this talk show talking about viruses and bacteria, and this one guy throws out that a fungus invasion. If they were to need to heat up, and they would take over.
If the Earth were to warm.
Yeah. You're not gonna win is basically what he said. So very ominous way to start.
Yeah.
And then to go through and actually see the fall of society, it was, I felt like it echoed every part of the game it needed to echo to get the tone right.
Yeah, see, these two have played the game. I haven't yet. And the game does not open like that. I know you get that story later on, but
you do. It's handled in flashbacks. So
yeah, that's what I thought.
I'm tempted to play this game. Let me make it clear. This game is hard as fuck.
Is one of it'll take you back to the days of cursing at Contra. It is a very difficult game, and because of the visceral brutality, you get into one of these fights. It's not just like a pull out your gun and end it. Every moment, every punch, every dodge can either turn the tide your way or against you, and it builds like a cascade when you make a wrong move.
I remember being so manic. It's like they attack you, and it's like the controller.
When you get a gun, you better hold on to it more than you ever had to with freaking Resident Evil.
Wow.
The need for guns that you had in Resident Evil, nothing compared to the scarcity of guns in the first Last of Us anyway. But man, there were scenes that were word for word from the game. The scene where Ellie comes in and Joel lays on the couch and they have that interchange, that is word for word from a cutscene in the game.
Yeah.
So really paying attention to those.
You can look around and people are putting screenshots from the game to screenshots from the show. I mean, it's just, it's perfect.
Right.
And
I thought the Mandalorian looked really good.
He does. I mean, he matches the character almost perfectly.
Yeah. Ellie, not so much. She doesn't look like Ellie from the video game, but the girl has that spitfire passion and personality that comes through that is perfect for Ellie. So
I would say the fact how good an actress she is for her age is really amazing. This is one of those times, you hope they get through this child actor stage and continue on because she seems like she has her shit together.
She does, yeah. We didn't see a lot of the clickers in this.
No, we just saw the
not a lot of clicking. Let's just say not a lot of clicking in general.
No, this was a lot of setup, a lot of backstory, establishing right off the bat why Joel might grab hold of Ellie and fiercely protect her.
Yeah. But we saw, what's interesting to me is we saw the society that has come forward, and it's very fascist, very dictatorship. You work for food, basically.
Militaristic.
Yeah, and, of course, there's a black market. Joel's a part of that. There's a complete under-society. Whenever you have a society that is military ruled, you are going to have this under-society that develops. Because there's no way it can't. That's just how it goes.
And the rebellious nature of humans, you're going to have what do they call the light?
Fireflies.
Yeah. So I think this is kind of cyclical. Like this is what society would do in the situation.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah, and we see in this one, Joel agrees to carry Ellie. He was trying to escape on his own beforehand, and now the Fireflies have kind of. Do they blackmail him or just ask him to take her with them, or are they holding something that he needs to get out?
Yes, they were holding something.
Yes, all that.
Okay. It was a trade-off.
Okay.
You do what we need, we get you out.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so that's kind of how the story started. And that's kind of where it ended with
It's
him.
a cool ass premiere.
It set us up,
Yeah.
but it did enough to whet your appetite where you're like, oh, I can't wait for next episode.
Cinematography was phenomenal.
Oh,
Acting
God,
is
yeah.
phenomenal. I mean, this is a great setup for. I mean, you know, at this point, I feel like we're all sick of zombie type shit, but
Get ready.
this did not hurt my feelings.
Yeah, I mean, it's zombies, but it's not zombies at the same
It is, but
time.
this is more grounded in reality. This is like we keep seeing these press releases of this could actually happen. Fungus could actually evolve into this. I'm like, sorry to scare the hell out of y'all, but this is some scary shit, y'all.
The cordyceps virus. Yep, that's the thing. But no, and we all enjoyed it. I think we're all definitely, as soon as the show's over, we're probably going to watch the next episode.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So, someone pull up the other stuff.
Do we want to start with MCU? Do we want to start with DC?
Well, okay, DC, we can start with one thing I know I posted. James Gunn, in an interview, hinted that he will eventually pull over all of the Guardians of the Galaxy actors for new roles in his new DCU.
Which is interesting because, you know, we already knew that Dave Bautista said he was done with Drax. You know, the others, I'm sure, would be more than willing to come back for Guardians.
James Gunn has a trend. It works with the same actors.
Oh, yeah.
It's like
People that
Alex
work
Hamilton.
with him work with his situation. I mean, for instance, Yondu, that guy. What's his name? Shoot me in the head because that's one of my
same here.
favorite actors. Dumbass.
Oh, my God.
He used him.
Yondu.
Yeah, it's like Yondu because alcohol.
Merle.
Merle. He's used him over and over again.
Yeah.
And I mean, so Nathan Fillion, he's worked with Nathan Fillion multiple times. So, I mean, James Gunn has his favorites.
Yeah.
And that's okay
It very
because
clearly does.
he's got the power now to pull that rank.
Let's do some fan casting here. Drax. Or
Bautista.
Batista
Oh, God.
in the
In the
DCU. Oh, shit,
I'm
man.
going to go ahead and just say Bane.
Bane all day long.
Yeah.
Bane
He's a
or Grunt.
Latino already. It would be more how it should be.
Yeah.
Bane is a Latino.
Right.
Batista has Latino lineage. I think it's a perfect casting to give us a true, rooted in the story Bane.
Better than a British old man.
It would be so much better.
I was going to say
You see
Solomon.
that cartoon one every time.
I was going to say Solomon Grundy as Batista because that could work, but
He could
Bane
do-
is too good. I can't. That's.
He could do that under makeup and still be Bane, you know?
We're gonna have Aquaman and Lobo.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
whatever. And speaking of that, they have confirmed, Jason Momoa is coming back as Aquaman. He's not leaving that role, but he's also in discussions, you know, for Lobo as well. Somebody posted an article
Yeah.
today about
I think he's just kind of said that I'm Aquaman forever. I think he might have said that like he meant it like in his heart,
Oh, okay.
but I don't think he's going to be Aquaman.
They might try it. They're just crazy enough at Warner Brothers. They might try to make him be both.
I feel like Gunn will be like.
I don't know. It's not like a
I
space bounty hunter would come in contact with the under ocean king a whole lot.
Such an uncertain, weird time. But I feel like a year from now, we're gonna be like everybody's gonna be content with what's happened. But okay, bud.
Yeah, it happened again.
Yeah, I know. I saw it. It's weird. I gotta pull the
There's
ghost.
a ghost in here.
Don't worry about it. We'll tell you later.
Y'all want to explain what happened, or just
The
like
PlayStation 5 just came on again, just like it did last week.
Yeah. It's a thing. We just roll with it. Ghosts.
so? James Gunn likes to work with the same actors, the people that he's comfortable with,
Okay,
and that's completely fine with me.
Chris Pratt next. Go.
Oh gosh. Okay, so I am putting together a Yondu costume for myself, and so I've been watching a lot of Guardians of the Galaxy, researching that character, and I've always said that I'm a Chris Pratt fan.
Mhm.
I've always said that because I like Chris Pratt, because I like him as a person. I like him as this and that. I don't give a shit about his religion or politics and all that. I'm talking about him as an actor. But rewatching Guardians of the Galaxy over and over, researching this character, his line delivery is kind of tough, y'all.
I mean, nobody's going to him for like dramatic roles.
No, he's not. He's never. The dude will never win an Oscar.
Oh.
I'm just gonna say that. But seeing him in the DC universe, I can only see him as maybe like a Booster Gold, like a dumbass kind of character. I don't know who the hell he could be in the DC.
I was thinking Guy Gardner.
Yeah.
Oh,
It could do
hyper aggressive Green Lantern. Yeah, he could pull that off.
Just a douchebag.
Yeah,
I mean, it could do
pretty
douchebag.
much. They'd have to give him the bowl haircut though.
Yeah,
Oh,
you gotta
God,
give him
I
a
would see
haircut,
that.
but he could do it.
Yeah, that's a good one. I think he can do any comedic role in DC, and also anything that just doesn't require a lot of acting ability.
Like Chris Pratt as a person, but
Yeah, he's
I mean,
just
dude will never want to act.
he rests on his laurels. Good for him. That's what he does.
And he's
Find
a
your
comedic
niche.
actor.
Do it.
I haven't found that to be the case watching Guardians. I felt like the cringe moments in Guardians to me were bad writing, especially Guardians 2. There's some bad
He just
writing.
kind of shouts at the camera a few times. It's just like, I've watched it over and over, y'all. Come on, man. It's like, anyway, it doesn't matter.
All right, but here's a good one. Karen Gillan.
Batgirl.
Batgirl.
Batgirl. Is that easy one?
I think Batgirl just right off the bat screams Batgirl.
Totally.
It kind of depends on who they pick to populate, like the Bat family. I think what ages they go with and that kind of thing. Who they use as their Batman in canon. Footface. We don't know if it's going to be that Batman or what we're going to do.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Because Karen Gillan, I mean, she's probably pushing 30 at this point.
She's
over that.
Yeah, she's pushing 40 at this point.
Really?
Alexa, how old is Karen Gillan?
Karen Gillan is 35 years old. By the way, you have a new notification.
Alexa, stop listening.
Alexa, shut the fuck up.
Give away
More
things.
than we needed.
35. Well, dude, she's holding it well. But, yeah, so maybe not Batgirl.
That's my point. Is it depends on what they do with the Bat.
I think James Gunn has got a long game here. He has stepped into a role. It feels like it's what he's always wanted, and he is stepping in a Kevin Feige type role, and so he's probably thinking 10 years from now.
Yeah.
He's
Now,
probably thinking
Batgirl. How about Supergirl?
Poison Ivy.
Poison Ivy.
Older character, already established. I'm just throwing it out there because of the red hair, honestly.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
We are kind of going with red-haired characters.
Yeah.
hair can be dyed.
That's why I said Supergirl's a blonde to me, but she
I
has
think
the presence to be Supergirl.
Yeah, she would be good at that. I just, that's a tough call when you start thinking about everything down the line. She could be, what was that Amazonian warrior who wielded like the big battle axe? Do you remember her? She was part of the Outsiders with Red Hood and Reverse Superman. Nothing? No? Okay. I don't know. Can't remember the name, so it doesn't really matter.
It's okay. What do y'all think about James Gunn this week sharing a picture of him reading All-Star Superman, drinking coffee, and I mean he's been obvious and open about the fact that he's writing a Superman movie right now, and he shared.
He's loving to tease people right now.
He is fucking cock tease.
Yeah.
I mean, straight up cock tease. What the hell? But he is at the top of his game right now. That dude is living life right now.
Yeah.
I mean, he has earned this right. He's, you know what I mean? He's worked his way to this point.
Yeah.
So, I mean, more power to him.
Yeah.
But
I think he wants to have his own take on Superman is what's happening. And I think he, in his mind, Superman establishes the rest of the DC universe in a sense. You have to have the capstone before you
Superman
can start building things.
He's
from
hard
there.
to write. He's hard to work. Superman is a difficult character.
Mhm.
But he is the cornerstone of all superheroes. So it's very important to get him right.
Yeah.
So Justin's the biggest Superman fan I know. You want to take it from here, dude?
I think that they will introduce a bright and shiny Superman that people felt they didn't get with Henry Cavill. They will give us a story like what we're looking at. It will be that Boy Scout. It'll be that bright and shiny. I also don't think Henry Cavill has done in the role. He has given a couple of hints that Kingdom Come is something that he'd like to do. And I believe if they do that, we will see Henry Cavill as the Kingdom Come Superman.
Oh wow!
Versus our young.
Can you guys imagine that? Y'all both read Kingdom Come, right?
Yeah.
It's a phenomenal future story of the Justice League.
I
Justice League.
think that's part of the 10-year plan.
I can see after like several movies and several years, they do Kingdom Come that alters the events in the past in a sense.
Yeah.
You know, I could definitely see that. It would be great. Really. It would.
Yeah.
It sucks that Kevin Conroy's died. Could you imagine him as the older Batman?
Yeah.
That's another thing that news this week. Mark Hamill has said that he is retiring the Joker because he can't imagine doing it without being opposite Kevin Conroy.
I don't know why he's not pissed off, because there's so many voice actors that Warner Brothers is recycling that are trying to emulate him as the Joker, and it's laughable.
Imitation is the finest form of flattery.
And that's great and all, but they can't touch him. That's the problem. They don't sound like him. They're trying, but the best Joker I think we've gotten is, what's his name from Firefly? What's his name? The Alan Tudyk in Harley.
You think
Quinn.
so?
In Harley Quinn. I thought he did a phenomenal
You did
job.
a good job.
I think the best one I've heard trying to be Mark Hamill.
I'm not saying he's not trying to be Mark Hamill.
He's
Alan
doing his
Tudyk's
own.
version is his own version of Joker.
The one I'm talking about was from Arkham Knight, you know, the young Batman story. That voice actor as the Joker, I really enjoyed him. And it wasn't perfect for Mark Hamill, but it was kind of his own take, but tones of Hamill.
It bothers me when they're emulating
Mark
him.
Hamill did the Arkham games.
Arkham Knight, the first one.
Yeah.
No, there was
He
some
did
other-
Arkham Asylum.
Arkham City.
He did Arkham City.
But Arkham Knight, he didn't.
He didn't do that one?
No, he didn't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was this. Because I saw a video from a con where.
That's the one that Rocksteady didn't do, right?
Yeah, that's the one. Where people were like, you know, they doubt him. And he did a speech from Joker on stage. And I was like, damn, that's really good. You know, but I do understand what you're saying.
Yeah, it's weird that they're emulating him instead of creating a new one or giving somebody who's super talented, like Alan Tudyk, a chance to be the character.
Yeah. I think it's kind of difficult because we all grew up with this Joker voice. And I mean, even to this day, kids 20 years younger than us grew up with this Joker voice. So it's a hard fix. It's kind of like when you're replacing Bugs Bunny or Scooby-Doo or something like that. I mean, that's a hard move to make.
Yeah.
I agree.
Hey, can we take a moment to all shit on Scooby-Doo, Velma?
Yes.
There has never been, in the history of IMDb, a show or movie with a lower score than Velma. This is a fact. It is an 8. It is in single digits. And if anybody has watched it, it earns it.
It was such a, what's the word I'm looking for?
Y'all, Scooby-Doo is a person and is dating Shaggy.
Wait, really? Did you watch further?
I
You did, didn't you?
He tried. He gave it a try. Look at him. He tried so hard. Look at his face.
It's awful.
He tried so hard.
I mean, I understand wanting to get a fresh take on something, but you took something and made it incomprehensible. I mean, it's just,
Inconceivable!
it in no way represents anything that is Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo is so wholesome. It's so
And
pure.
even
It's
if
like,
you're gonna take it and make it this new fun thing, give it that Harley Quinn treatment.
the edge. They want to give it the edge.
Write it better.
Why are you giving him the YouTube guitars? That dude's a douche.
Yeah. YouTube's not a good
Yeah,
band.
yeah,
Everybody
yeah.
thinks it is either.
Okay.
It's one of those bands.
Joshua Tree's a great album.
We can talk about this later.
Alright, fine.
The only
And I would just like I would like to
the
point
only
out,
redemption in that is that song right there.
there are a couple other ones.
Not really.
We're getting off
It's
topic.
fine.
I would like to point out also that about 5 or 6 years ago, Scooby-Doo had a post-apocalyptic comic series where Shaggy was a government employee who kept a cybernetic attack dog that was Scooby, but he was kicked out of the program because he was too nice. And then they hooked up with Fred Velma and Daphne, who were like investigative reporters who broke into the black side.
Even
then,
that shit's better than
And then
Velma.
some virus exploded over the world, and everybody became monsters. It was a cool comic series.
Yeah, and even that shit's better than Velma.
That was kind of my point.
Yeah, I didn't finish the first episode of Velma because it was so.
I don't think we did.
It was so
I
self-indulgent.
the first.
Did we?
It was
I think
so self-indulgent. It was just so in your face. It was just just too much.
I know Mindy Kaling can write. She was one of the head writers for The Office, a very popular show that I'm a fan of. I know she can write. I don't know what happened here.
Is she trying too hard, you think?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It felt like, and I hate saying this because I sound like I'm getting old, but it felt like she went way too hard on the let's make every single character. Whoa. I hate to say it. That's not.
I know.
But I mean, my God, they rolled the woke bingo.
We're talking about Warner
one
Brothers
after
here.
another.
So we're still talking about Warner Brothers. So I wonder how much pressure was on her. I wonder if they
I don't
fucked
know.
her over and she had no chance from the beginning.
I don't know. She seems to be coming out and getting really angry at people disliking the show and trying to throw different reasons around. But
I mean, you can't get mad at somebody for not liking something. It's just, if you don't like something, you don't like something.
They're racists.
Okay, that's
You don't
her
like it
take
because
on
you're
it.
racist.
That's what she
The
said.
least racist person in the room is the guy on the end. I'm just saying. And he liked it the least.
I just like good writing.
I don't like to turn Shaggy into not Shaggy.
How about Scooby not being a dog?
I didn't get that
Fred
far.
had a sex van. It turned Fred into a pervert. Anyway, let's move on.
I
Let's
feel
talk
like y'all
about.
watch way more than
Let's-
you're
let's-
admitting.
let's walk on
With you, that's it.
Let's talk about
We
Jason
did
Momoa.
Okay.
How about Jason Momoa
Did we already talk about him?
In the DC.
in the DC? About how his big tease this week, how he met with James Gunn,
Yeah.
and that he just could not keep his mouth shut. He wouldn't tell us enough, but he shared enough, if you know what I mean. He's like, big things are coming. I'm not out, but I'm out. But I'm not out, but I'm out. Aquaman will live forever, but ultimately teasing, he's fucking Lobo, y'all. He's fucking Lobo. Let's
We
just
did
say it.
mention that, but yeah.
Did we mention it?
He already looks like
Yeah,
yes,
we talked
did.
about
Did we talk about
Yeah,
it?
but he does look like
You
Lobo.
want to take it from here?
Maybe so.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Can I take that one over?
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
I mean, he already looks like Lobo
Really?
to begin with. Just put some makeup on him, and he's the man. Is that what Lobo goes by?
The main man.
Oh,
Fast
the main man.
Stitches.
That's Stitches.
All right. Well, we did have some news. Blade
Yes.
seems to be back on track, and
Thank God.
they're promising the bloodiest, most violent Marvel movie yet. We've heard that before, and it hasn't panned out. So hopefully it does.
There's
But
a
if
whole
it's-
lot of promises.
If it's back on track, that's all I care about. Blade, one of my favorite characters.
Yeah. Deadpool 3, Blade coming out. It's like they're promising a whole bunch of R-rated, bloody, crazy. It's just like,
Yeah.
show me what you got, Disney, because you haven't done it yet.
Show me what you got.
We got a little teaser for Invincible. I didn't feel like there was much there. Just
It's basically just letting you know, yeah, it's still
It's
coming
coming.
back.
Yeah.
Just some fan service there. What about Adam Warlock, y'all?
The pictures of him look good. I mean,
yeah, I thought he looked good. I don't know why people are having issues with it. I thought he looked.
he looks like Adam Warlock. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they were crapping on it. Just the internet.
Like what? What are they?
Within our nerd group,
They didn't
people
like
had
the
issues
costume.
with it.
They didn't like his appearance. Just
A lot of people just can't get over the fact that he used to be that nerdy kid that was in the.
yeah.
That's really silly to me, but I mean, he's got the big hair. I mean, it's not the '90s.
Oh, no,
perfect
like,
Warlock, but-
Yeah,
What was that movie he was in with Jennifer Aniston?
I've
Jason
seen one.
Sudeikis?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Shit,
was
what was the
good
name of it?
And
They were on the road
they were
trip.
running drugs
Yeah,
in the.
the
Shit.
RV.
God, that was a funny ass movie.
It was a good one.
We're the Millers.
Yeah, that was
There
the
it
one.
is. Watch
And before that, he was in the Narnia series as Eustace Clarence Scrubs, like when he was a child. So I mean, he's always played these kind of small, annoying, nerdy roles. So I think
He
that
doesn't
people
look
have
small and
issues
nerdy
with that.
anymore. That
No,
dude, like, it's
he got
like
His last couple roles, he actually got some dramatic effect to it. He, got bigger. He's older.
Yeah.
So I think it's.
People have a hard time
filter.
getting over what.
Yeah, what
used
the
to
past is. We've had a couple DC animation trailers drop. We had what is it? The Robin and
Super Sons.
Super Sons.
And that's
yeah.
actually on HBO right now.
Oh, is it? Okay, I
It
didn't
is.
know it was out
It's on.
already.
But I can't watch it because 3D animation. It just bothers me.
It follows Superman and Batman's sons, which they actually do have canonically in the comics, as they try to save the world from their parents and all the adult heroes.
Yeah.
And then Batman, the Doom that came to Gotham, is going to be like a Lovecraftian Batman story.
Yeah, a whole lot of magic use in that one.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. I thought it might have been like a sequel to Gaslight Batman,
Oh, I
but
hate
apparently
that movie
not.
so much.
Why? I mean,
You
it
don't
was
like
good.
Gaslight?
No, I haven't liked any of those period Batman pieces. The one in the Samurai Times.
Samurai Times one just sucked
I
because it
felt they all
sucked.
did.
But Gaslight was pretty good because it was
like it.
Mike Mignola. I mean, it was like
Yeah.
based off of a comic book I care about. But teach their own,
Yeah.
whatever.
MCU, Jeremy Renner, we're finding a lot more out.
He broke 30 bones.
Yeah.
30 bones.
Pretty sure he's not coming back to acting after this.
Maybe Hawkeye's going to be in a wheelchair.
Who made the Professor X joke?
Yeah, that's me.
So share it on live TV now, buddy.
I mean, if he ends up in a wheelchair, maybe he can be Professor X. You shake the head. What? I don't feel like that's out of place or a bad joke.
It's funny because it's true.
But yeah, I do kind of feel like he is now kind of out of Marvel. But we got Kate Bishop. But it also makes me sad because we won't get another Hawkeye series with him and her.
He's in his 50s, right?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, you don't really bounce back from things like that. When you're in your 50s and
What do you do when you have money?
the best superpower in the universe.
Cash.
Is
Rich.
money.
That's why Bootstrap Batman's the best in the world.
That's right. Unfortunately, they're making another Venom movie. It will still have
Can't stop it.
Tom Hardy, and it will.
Wait, I thought it didn't have Tom Hardy.
Can't stop it.
It's got Tom Hardy.
The
and
writer of the other two movies is now directing the third
Yeah.
movie.
like, because if you were like, how do we make this worse? They figured that out for us.
We got a pretty fly soundtrack this show.
Yeah. Thank you, PlayStation.
For just
And that's it, guys. You into anything?
I planned on dragging these two guys into playing Last of Us again. It'll be the first time for me. And if two of my gamer friends threw in the towel, I'm super interested to give it a shot. Maybe as a group hive mind, we can beat it.
It doesn't happen often, but that game frustrated me to the point where I did put down the controller halfway through.
same. It was a hard ass game.
Yep.
I was like, I got tired of Googling how to pass this area. It's like, this
If I go
just
days
work.
at a time and I can't get past something, I'm either going to quit or throw a controller, and I don't want to buy new controllers. So
It's just expensive.
yeah, they're like
I don't like a game to be
$75.
work, and that game is work.
It's hard. Go to work.
Cool story. I went and watched the how it finished on YouTube and stuff.
Yeah.
God damn.
That is again.
Everything's fine.
Yeah.
That's our show.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
There are always cool, fun things to do. It's a great time to be a nerd, so get out there and do it. And always come back and talk to us at CNA. Also, in a couple of weeks, so actually in about a month, we will be at Pensacon.
Can't wait.
Rolling out new costumes for the cosplay quartet. So come check us out. Come check out CNA. We have panels Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So panels every day of the con. Lots of cool stuff happening. Come check us out in Pensacola, Florida, February 24th through the 26th.
Yeah.
Excelsior, guys.
Good week. Stay safe.
Complete nerve authority.